Why are you getting mobbed by giant turds? This is my spec script for Bo is Afraid 2. Bo gets simultaneous salmonella and campylobacter infections and gets chased through the halls of hell by his own diarrhea. Thoughts on early civilization architecture? I've been thinking of pivoting to like become one of those guys who's like on Twitter and is like, why don't they make churches anymore? All they make are like Pizza Huts. While also simultaneously wanting the income tax rate to get reduced to 0%. What's your favorite style of column? With all due respect to the column heads out there, learning the differences between like an Ionic column and a Corinthian column and etc. might actually be the dumbest thing we ever spent time on in high school. Certainly, like in elementary school, cursive writing is like the reigning champion of spending way too much time learning something that didn't matter at all. But the columns are like pretty close. Like they're... I'm gonna catch a lot of heat from this from the column cells out there, but they're all like the same. They're all just columns. Bro, what are you talking about? They're the same. Don't they just have like different, some of them have like curved up edges at one side? Why the hell do I need to know what my cells look like? Brother, you might think that because I got a degree in biology, I would take offense to that. I think you're absolutely right. I know it's like a very smooth-brained take that you can hear on any podcast. I do think that, especially in high school, we spend too much time learning some stuff that is like just academic, but not necessarily that useful. I'm not saying it's bad to know things. Sometimes I get attacked for being anti-intellectual, which is by like high school students. Just crazy to me. You're forced to be in school. I was in school at will when I was already streaming for a job. I went back to school. Your ass is in like 10th grade science class going like, I'm smarter than him. Brother, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't even know where the damn signal lights are on the steering wheel yet. Anyway. So now that I'm done insulting like literal teenagers, you don't need to know all that shit. I feel like once you decide, once you're in university, they can be like, here's the organelles of your cell. In 9th grade, you don't need to know what a fucking endoplasmic reticulum is. You don't need to know what a Golgi body is. They should be teaching you how to write limericks and like, you know, there should be like a flower identifying class. You know how embarrassed I am that I feel like my 2-year-old child knows more flowers than me? Every time we're outside, she's like, Daddy, that's a buttercup. I'm like, oh, which one? This one? She's like, no, the yellow one. I'm like, how do you know that? And then in university, you can learn what a Golgi body is. And that way you just are responsible for learning it and remembering it forever. Instead of like, hey, we're going to make you learn it, and then like after summer vacation, the first month of grade 11 biology is going to be learning the cell organelles again. And then after you finish that, you get 8 months not thinking about biology again. And then in 12th grade, the first 2 weeks, we're going to learn the cell organelles again. And then in university, they're like, we can't be held responsible for the high school you went to, so we're going to spend the first month learning all the cell organelles again.